There's a number of people around the world that are in situations that are very undesirable. They are actually in a situation that they are held against their will. And although slavery is commonly thought of to be like a thing of the past, human traffickers generate hundreds of billions of dollars in profits by trapping millions of people in horrific situations around the world. And that also includes here in the U.S. Traffickers use violence, threats, deceptions, debt bondage, and other manipulative tactics to force people to engage in commercial sex or to provide labor or services against their will. Now, I want to talk now about the scope of human trafficking and give you some numbers here. There is still a need for more research when it comes to this, but these are just the best ballpark numbers that we have according to some of the larger organizations that actually follow and study this. The International Labor Organization estimates that there are 40.3 million, once again, 40.3 million victims of human trafficking globally. 81% of them are trapped in forced labor. So you have 81% that are doing labor, and 25% of them are children, and 75% are women and girls. The International Labor Organization estimates that forced labor and human trafficking is a $150 billion industry worldwide. Wow, it's an amazing number. The U.S. Department of Labor has identified 148 goods from 75 countries made by forced and child labor. In 2017, an estimated 1 out of 7 endangered runaways reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children were likely child sex trafficking victims. Of those, 88% were in the care of social services or foster care when they ran. So those are just some numbers to think about. It's a real epidemic. A lot of us, we don't see this on an everyday basis. We don't even maybe ever see it. We may go through our whole life and never have to deal with any contact with that world, or we may never have any contact, period, in any form with human traffickers. But it is very possible that there could be people that are actually being abused and misused around you. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. And for your own self, keep situational awareness. When you travel in groups. Let other people know where you're supposed to be and where you're at. If you have children, keep an eye on your children. You don't want to be paranoid, but at the same time, you have to keep an eye out for your children and keep good communication lines open with your kids. So when they get a little older, they can talk to you about their problems instead of them feeling like they have to just run away. Because when they run away from the safety of the home and safety of those that they know into the arms possibly of strangers, you increase the chances of them being exploited. So we have to protect our children and protect the ones that we love. So this is something that I kind of just really been, learning more about, and it's very disturbing. There's also a very large number of people that go missing that are expected to kind of fall into some of these numbers as well, to be exploited. Now, some of these numbers were just for the U.S., but every country, for the most part, some countries don't have a lot of statistics, but a lot of them do. So if you live in a different country, you may want to look up the number of how many people go missing a year, and also different statistics about human trafficking. I was really blown away by the numbers on both categories. Just the missing people here in the U.S. is just outrageous. They said that at any given time, there's over 90,000 open cases at any given time here in the U.S. And of course, there's hundreds of thousands that are reported every year. But in terms of an ongoing basis, over 90,000. So it's just like, it's mind-blowing that many people could just go missing, or that there's that many people being exploited through human trafficking. And so the world that sometimes we think we know, we don't really know the fullness of it. There's a lot of things going behind the scenes that we never see. So everyone be safe. Catch you later.